Oh no, please stop. I'm covering my ears. Do I even have ears? Well, this is a segment called Oh No Please Stop News. Taken from the creepy side of the world.
That.
So, this
So.
week, yes.
I like the sounds of that.
Yes, and I think you'll like what we're just about to do, if I can get it right.
Okay.
It's Mima.
Oh, it's me!
I made it.
Yes, it is.
I'm trying to be quiet.
Oh, it's that scary night I had.
Shit, what was that? Oh my gosh. I made it live. I really want to cry.
Can you guys hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm going to bed.
And also in the comments,
I may or may not have beat myself.
Nellie Brooks asked to talk about your ghost too, your friend Ben. So
Your friend Ben.
Yeah.
You know, some people don't believe it.
Oh,
It's
I
so
believe
real.
it.
I believe it. I believe it 100%. Yep.
100%.
It is so real.
Yes. So
is
that
so
was
real.
the video. Okay, so your husband's asleep. Well, okay, so
Yes.
for people watching the podcast, we did a horrible job telling anybody anything on the podcast this week. Mima
Oh my
is
God,
on screen
I forgot
right
about
now.
the
I
podcast.
forgot about the podcast completely.
Because they can't see us. Yeah.
So Mima is on the screen and she's talking about her ghost Ben, who basically has trapped her in. Was it in the downstairs part of your house? Is that what happened? Your husband had gone to bed.
Oh my gosh. My house is a maze. I'm not joking. This house was built kind of in the old Anasazi style.
I may or may not have beat myself.
You can't
So it's
get
like-
from one
it's
room
like
to the other without.
Winchester Mansion, where there's like 30 rooms and
Yes.
Okay,
It's
I got you.
it's incredibly stupidly big. It's stupidly big because it was built by two artists, and I say that the house was built like their brains worked.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was in my family room, which used to be
My husband.
Ben's studio, okay? I
Yeah.
think that's why he's there so much, and in the kitchen. Well, there's the kitchen where most of the noise is between me and my bedroom. And my bedroom is the only quiet spot in the whole fucking house. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
too
That was
funny.
it started out where I was just like being funny. You know,
Right.
I'm used to this. It happens all the time. I'm being funny. And by the end, I was so freaked out, I wanted to cry and die.
That's
Die.
I feel
on
bad.
the spot. Get it
I
over
feel
with.
yeah,
horrible.
you
I'm
don't
done.
you don't need to go through that. No,
Wait, I didn't do that. That wasn't me.
I didn't do that either.
I didn't either.
God,
What's going on?
She's mad again.
Stupid.
It's Ben.
I know.
It's Ben.
It's ghosts in
Okay.
the machine, as it were.
So, I was like a amateur ghost hunter, paranormal with my family in California for like 5 years, and I was thinking about this since our meetup on Sunday where we go through the show. Do you know what this is?
No,
Mima.
I don't. No,
So it's
I
called-
don't know
it's-
anything about this
Okay.
stuff.
This is called the ghost meter, and what it
Okay.
does is it measures like a really sensitive like electrical energy, and you turn it on, it does this, and you literally like it's close to computer, so I'm going to get energy off of a
Which makes
computer
sense.
or
Yeah, that
or a
makes sense.
microphone or
Yeah.
something.
But when you're in
So-
an empty room with no
Like-
electronics,
like, yes. So like put it on like your kitchen table or something and be like, Ben, you are scaring the hell out of me. I only want you to communicate to me and show up if I ask and communicate through this. And then you
That's so
can,
funny.
and which I've done and I've gotten responses. We've shown video last season of me totally talking and asking questions, and this lights
Yep.
up where you can be like, is your name Ben? And then it will light up, and then you can tell it back. No, because this is what I want you to do. If you stand up and you own that it's your house, then
Yeah.
it's your
Yeah.
house,
yeah, just tell them.
and that's
Okay.
it. And then be like,
It
don't.
terrifies
it-
me.
I know, but just be
terrifies
nice.
But no.
All you
But
have to say-
that's one of the reasons
Right.
why I think this is happening is because he knows that
He
your
could get a
reaction.
rise
Like
out of you.
picture a 4-year-old and you're not paying it any attention and you're just like, leave me alone. He's going to want negative reaction out of you.
The crazy, it wouldn't be so bad except for everybody who has been in my house has had experiences. Everybody.
That's
There's
awesome.
not one
I would love
single
to come
person
over and
that's
have
been
an
in my
experience.
house without an experience.
Hey, are you just trying to get an invite over to her house? I see how it is.
I see the food you make, Mima.
Me too.
I mean, yeah.
Me too. And she did invite us for tacos once. She did invite us for tacos
We'll
once.
do
I
a
remember
ghost
that.
hunt. Both of you come. We'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
I don't know.
I
I'll bring
have
my
about
partner.
10. I have about
Vic
10
will be
TikTok
crying
friends I would love to invite over to my house.
Well, I was going to
Yeah.
say my partner has a lot of ghostly experiences. So like basically when it gets to be too much at my house, like I'll just turn to her and I'll say, "Hey, can you take care of this? Because this is just nutty fruitcake. I can't handle it anymore." Because stuff happens at our house all the time.
I'm about to that point because he was quiet for months and months. And I thought, okay, it's over. He's done. Well, then he was a bird collector, a bird raiser. We have all kinds of pens that
you did all
that
your
he built,
chicken
and
pens.
we rebuilt them all.
Yep.
And I think he's pissed off because we rebuilt them all, so he's noisy
might be
again.
happy.
And I'm like,
You
he's
take it as a
happy,
negative.
yeah.
You take it as a negative.
maybe I need to acknowledge that he's happy that I fixed
Yes.
them because they were falling apart. They were old.
Exactly. And just say, "Hey, listen, I wanted to make them better. I hope it's okay, and I apologize if you don't like the color." Because he might just not like
That's
the
a
color.
good way to look at it.
And on top of all this, everything that is going on in your house might not be him either. It could be just a family member that like loves you and looking in on you. So,
Yes.
But there's nobody else.
Okay.
There's nobody else. We're the second owners on this house, and he's the one that built
He's
it.
talking about people that have passed in your life.
Yeah.
So maybe an aunt or
Oh,
an
in my
uncle
life.
or a grandfather or somebody that was in your life, and they might be just coming by or swinging by. So when I saw your TikTok, what I thought of, be careful about hitting your chest because you keep hitting your microphone. So
sorry. Okay.
No worries. No worries.
Okay.
So
More
what
alcohol.
I was saying was, basically, if you just ask him to leave, he should or she should.
He should.
But the reason that I thought they came back was because of an anniversary or a wedding or something like that. And with what Professor just said, combine the two of them. So do you have like a favorite uncle or a favorite aunt or a favorite grandparent? And would it have been one of their anniversaries?
Sister, I don't know if you guys remember, I lost my sister and my brother, cousin
Very
brother.
Close. Very
last
close.
May, 2 days apart.
Yeah, I
last
remember
May.
that.
So
I
I'm
remember
really
the
coming up
TikToks and I
close
felt
to
bad.
that anniversary.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not Ben, maybe it's Bob or Jerry.
Well,
That's why something like this could really help because then you could ask who it is, and then if it lights up a couple times asking the same question, then you got your answer.
True.
And this is not something that is going to like a Ouija board. Don't do that.
Don't do Ouija boards.
Oh God, no
don't
Ouija
do anything
boards.
weird like that.
No.
This is actually something that is just like if you ever seen like Ghost Hunters or something where they unscrew a light bulb
I watch it all the time.
a little bit. So yeah, this is their ghost meter. They do the exact same thing.
Okay.
So it's the same exact thing. If you send me like an Amazon wish list, I'll buy you this and send it to you.
Oh my gosh, that would be so nice. But I'll buy it. That's okay. That's okay.
They're like $8.
Well, you need a present for being on our show. I mean, come on, people. You've been on our show. Come on.
Guys, do not pay me for being on your show. I'm honored.
So,
I'm
just so
honored
you know,
that this old lady got to be on your show.
Oh, please. You're very young, believe me. Like I'll be honest. I know a lot of people in your age range that literally yell at me about technology all the time, and you're so technology forward, in my opinion. Like you're just like
I am
on
a
the
tech
cutting edge.
junkie. I am a
tell.
tech junkie.
Nice.
I am. I love anything new. I like learning about it. I like. Oh, cool.
I've seen those. Yeah, those are mints. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I took the mints out. The tins are why I get them. So, but yeah,
okay, the tins are okay, but the Ouija board scared the shit out of me.
Of course they should. They should.
Yeah.
They should. Don't do them. Anybody that's listening to
Had
this
a bad
podcast,
experience as a kid.
we all thumbs
have.
down. We're all thumbs down on the Ouija board. Just so you know.
No Ouija board.
Hasbro's worst product.
Yes.
Nope. Yep. Nope.
Now, the thing that I wanted to bring up for Creepy was Crawl Space Confidential, because Mima, again, this ties into you. you basically were like, I'm not going under my crawl space. Not happening. Zero. Nada. I'll hire somebody. They're coming over. Well, I'm the crawl space guy at our house. So I'll be doing TikToks in the crawl space when I decide to go back under there. I did buy, though, I bought Tyvek suits. So I have a Tyvek suit. I also have like overalls and stuff like that I can wear, like zip up dick.
You need
one.
Stuff.
Yeah.
You need like armor, like
well, my crawl
sealed
space,
armor. Don't
my crawl
take
space,
that shit all around you.
I know, but my crawl space is actually fairly big by comparison to some crawl spaces, and I have to go under there because the previous owner of the place that I live, they were big into cable TV. So literally every room in the house has cable TV run to it, and all of the coax cable is under the house. I've already pulled out like 50 or 60 feet, and I'm not even a quarter of the way through. And then once I pull all the old cable out, of course I'm modern, so I have to run all kinds of internet cable, which I've been having problems with today.
Right.
So
yeah.
But I thought you would find that funny.
We're kind of in the same spot. Our house was hit by a lightning strike, so it's kind of fried a lot of the cable and stuff. And
you got to do it all over
But
again.
our crawl space isn't really a crawl space. You can walk under it, except for a few things.
That's nice.
Few spots you have to walk through a tunnel to get to the other section. It's a maze.
That's awesome.
It's a maze above ground and it's a maze underground. It's a ridiculous house.
I
am going to do a video of it.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
But no,
have
somebody
on a
else.
tour.
I was about to say, have
like
somebody else
MTV
do the video.
Cribs.
Exactly. Crawl space cribs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to have my daughter follow me through or something because it's insane. I can't even describe. Like the first 2 times I came through the house to look at it before we bought it, I'm like, I don't remember where the bathroom is. I don't remember which direction I went. It's that crazy. And it's adobe walls, so when you're in one room, you don't hear the other room.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's crazy.
Well, that's a huge tie-in for me. So here's the story that I have. I used to live up in Oakland, and I lived at a place called the Vulcan, which, as you said, you were saying my house was built by artists. It was an artist community. So basically, it was a maze. They took an original Vulcan factory that used to vulcanize tires, and then they sold it, and a whole bunch of artists cut it apart into different units. And it was huge. It was ginormous. And one thing I will say is artists should never build. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just telling you they should never build.
Never.
And the reason is the ceilings were about 30, 35 feet. So you would go into some units. Yeah. And you would go into some units and they would put a gangplank, like literally a piece of wood, going across to this little like hammock in the corner up 30 feet. And I'm like, that can't be safe. There's no way. And so when my partner came to visit me one time, I was like, oh, okay, where are you? And she had to describe where she was. She was like, I'm by this painting. And I'm like, oh, just wait. I'll be there in 5 minutes. So then I would walk through and I would find her. And then she went somewhere and the same exact thing happened. She called me on the phone. She's like, I'm lost again. And I was like, oh, okay, just tell me what painting you're by. Because literally all of the hallways in the artist community had paintings everywhere. Like every single like hallway had a painting. There were murals everywhere. Exactly. It was amazing. But also, I know exactly what you're talking about as far as crazy goes.
Like we have to put scaffolding in our family room. It's our family room now, but it was his studio. We have to put scaffolding in to change light bulbs. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The windows in that room they're like 8 foot tall. And there's skylights everywhere in this house. I rarely have to turn on lights. There's skylights everywhere.
Well, that's cool.
That's insane. That's purely insane.
I have 32 skylights in this house. 32.
That's a lot.
Skylights? 32?
32 skylights. 32. It's insane. Because
when we come over, we're going to get lost. Me and Professor will get lost.
Yes, you will.
You'll find us like
you will.
It will be like Easter eggs.
I'll just ask. I'll ask Ben. Just guide
me home.
He'll direct you.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say we'll be like Easter eggs, and like 3 days later, you'll come find us because you'll smell them. And you'll be like, "What's that smell? I know those guys were here, but I'll just follow it."
And the bad thing is too, this great big house. They only have 2 full bathrooms, and they're both in bedrooms.
Oh,
so
man.
It's odd. It is just so odd.
But again, artist building. I love artists, but artists are not architects.
Yeah, I know.
Let's be
No,
honest.
they should never be architects. Never. It's just ridiculous. I love it because it's quirky and I'm quirky and it fits me, but it doesn't make sense. They live out in the middle of nowhere. This house is literally in the middle of nowhere, and there was no pantry in the house.
Wait,
No
what?
pantry.
No, that
No
sucks.
pantry.
Well,
And I have to
again,
drive 2 hours to get a gallon of milk. Why is there no pantry?
please tell me that you have.
I'm on coffee now.
Please tell me though
I
that
do.
you have a big giant chest freezer. Please tell me you have a giant, like, could fit a dead body or 3 chest freezer.
I do, but it's over in the guest house in a little room we call the pump room.
Makes sense.
They had a great big, what they called a canvas storage room where they stored all their canvases and all their chemicals. And I had a guy that worked for my husband that's a really good carpenter, and he and I came up with a plan and we turned it into a pantry.
Yeah.
So it works really great. So I finally have a pantry, but it's not connected to the kitchen.
Oh my god, wasn't that a long show? Please like and subscribe, and for those of you listening on the podcast, thank you. Until next time, this has been another episode of the TP Show.